Stay, are you ready? Because history was just made in the K-pop industry, and the internet is absolutely exploding right now. Imagine the largest music platform in China, millions of listeners, and one name standing firmly on the throne. Yes, we are talking about the king himself, Hyunjin of Stray Kids. Just yesterday evening, a data leak sent shockwaves through the entire fandom. Amidst the fierce competition of the fourth and fifth generations, this legendary visual icon just proved that his influence is not just about his stunning looks, but about absolute dominance. The most beloved badge from QQMusic for 2025, an honor equivalent to Artist of the Year in China, has finally been claimed. The answer will make you want to scream, "Stray Kids World Domination!" But wait, this is not just about Hyunjin. There is a massive plot twist in this ranking. Big names from TXT, ENHYPEN, to newcomers like RIIZE and NCT Wish are all fighting for a spot. There are idols whose rankings skyrocketed, but there are also giants who had to step down. Who are they? And why is the number 7,887 becoming a sacred number for Stay today? Do not blink, because we are going to break down the list of the most loved K-pop male artists in China for 2025 right now. All right, Stay, take a deep breath. Let us talk about the context. We all know that the Chinese market is the final boss when it comes to popularity. If you're popular there, you're not just an idol, you are a phenomenon. QQMusic, the giant streaming platform in China, just released the statistics for the most beloved badge of 2025. What exactly is this badge? This is not just a regular streaming number. It represents loyalty, dedication, and how much influence an individual idol has over the Chinese public. This year feels like a true clash of the titans. Based on the data we received, the competition this year is the most intense in the history of the new generation of K-pop. Our visual king, Hyunjin, did not just enter the list, he completely took over. With a total score far exceeding his closest competitors, Hyunjin has been officially crowned as the #1 most loved K-pop male artist in China for 2025. But who is trailing behind him? Get your snacks ready, because we are diving into the rankings one by one. Let us break down the data. At the very top, Hwang Hyunjin of Stray Kids leads with a fantastic score of 7,887. A special note mentions that he has solo tracks within the group album. This proves that Hyunjin's solo tracks are truly ruling the charts in China. Fans there are truly obsessed with Hyunjin's stage performance and his unique aura, which is often described as unreal. So then, who is in second place? Here's the big surprise. Zhang Hao from Zero Base One is in the second spot with 7,143 points. Considering Zhang Hao is from China, the support from C fans is no joke. He also has a highly popular solo OST. The gap between Hyunjin and Zhang Hao is actually very thin, only a few hundred points apart. Moving to the third position, we have the it boy of TXT, Yeonjun, with 5,341 points. Yeonjun is noted as the only idol from the fifth or sixth generation to have an official solo debut in this context. Yeonjun's influence in China is incredibly solid, proving that TXT remains a massive force that is hard to shake. And don't forget the other TXT members. Byunggu is at number 5 and Subin is at number 6. This is insane. 3 TXT members in the top 10. This proves that MOA in China is a true powerhouse. But wait, there is something interesting between the 7th and 10th positions. Let us welcome the monster rookies, RIIZE. Wonbin of RIIZE surprisingly landed at number 7. As a new visual often compared to his seniors, Wonbin shows he has a strong mass base. He is followed by Shotaro at number 9 and Sohee at number 10. RIIZE is truly rising in China. Their boyfriend material aura seems to perfectly match the taste of netizens there. What about ENHYPEN? Heesung managed to break into the 8th position. Even though the competition is very tight, Heesung continues to show his class as the ace of the group who is deeply loved. Now, let's talk deeper about our champion, Hyunjin. Why does China love Hyunjin so much? If you often visit Weibo or other Chinese social media platforms, Hyunjin's name is like a fashion and art icon. Chinese netizens don't just love his music, they worship his aesthetic. In 2025, Hyunjin went all out. From his appearances at Fashion Week to his solo songs he wrote himself, everything feels very personal. Fans in China highly appreciate idols with an artistic soul. Hyunjin doesn't just dance, he tells a story with his movements. That is why that 7,887 score feels so well-deserved. Furthermore, the overall dominance of Stray Kids on this list is crazy. We have Felix at number 12 and Lee Know at number 17. Imagine almost half of the Stray Kids members being on the list of most loved artists. This proves that SKZ core, or the noisy genre music they bring, is actually becoming a major trend in China. Many fans on X say that Hyunjin has the aura of a Chinese drama male lead. His sharp yet elegant face has earned him the nickname the Prince of K-pop over there. His success in surpassing Zhang Hao, who was a homegrown hero in China, is a massive achievement. This shows that Hyunjin's charm is transcendent, crossing borders and cultures. Wait, don't scroll away yet. We have to discuss NCT Wish and CORTIS. Who would have thought that NCT Wish, which is still relatively new, already has members like Yushi at number 11 and Riku at number 15? This is a warning signal for senior groups because NCT Wish is starting to steal the hearts of young fans in China. And the most mind-blowing thing is the appearance of the name CORTIS. This group might not be as mainstream as the others yet, but their members like Martin, Kenho, and Yufan have already made it onto the list. This proves that the K-pop market in 2025 is very fragmented. Fans aren't just loyal to the big four agencies, they're starting to look for fresh talent from other agencies. ENHYPEN also showed incredible team dominance in the lower half of the list. Almost all of their members are there, including Sunghoon, Jake, Sunho, Jungwon, and Nikki. Even though their points are not as high as Hyunjin's, their consistency shows that ENHYPEN has a high brand loyalty. They are not just a one-hit wonder in China, they are building an empire bit by bit. What a busy year for these talented men. Hyunjin's victory at the #1 spot for the QQMusic Most Beloved Badge of 2025 is not just about popularity, it's about validation. He is the face of this generation, and Stay all over the world must be very proud right now. But the question is, can Hyunjin maintain this position next year? Especially since Zhang Hao and the members of RIIZE are constantly chasing with numbers that keep rising. And in your opinion, who is the idol that should have been on this list but is missing? Is your ultimate bias on this list? Write your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's have a healthy discussion. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with fellow fans, and of course, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the hottest and most updated K-pop news. Thank you for watching, stay supportive, and see you in the next video. Beyond the immediate shock of the rankings, we have to look at the cultural shift happening within the Chinese music market that allowed someone like Hyunjin to reach such a staggering lead. It is not just about the numbers, it is about the narrative. Yesterday evening, industry analysts pointed out that the 7,887 points achieved by Hyunjin represent a level of individual branding that we rarely see in group-oriented K-pop. For years, the Chinese market was dominated by massive group popularity, where fans supported the whole team. But 2025 has clearly become the year of the individual superstar. Hyunjin has transitioned from being a member of a popular group to becoming a standalone cultural icon. His influence in China is being compared to the peak years of legendary soloists, which is a massive statement given how competitive the landscape is right now. When we look at the data for Zhao Hao, who secured the second spot, we see a very different but equally fascinating story. Being a native of China and the center of Zero Base One, Zhao Hao has a natural advantage. His fans, the Rosens, are known for their terrifyingly organized support systems and high purchasing power. The fact that Hyunjin managed to surpass him shows that the allure of the Stray Kids brand, combined with Hyunjin's specific artistic identity, has managed to overcome the home court advantage. This battle for the top spot between a global trendsetter and a local hero is exactly what makes the 2025 K-pop scene so unpredictable. It is no longer just about who has the biggest agency, but who can capture the specific imagination of the C netizens. Let us dive a bit deeper into the mid-tier of this list, because that is where the real drama is hiding. We see a significant presence from TXT, particularly with Yeonjun, Bamgyu, and Subin. What is interesting here is how TXT has managed to age like fine wine in the Chinese market. Usually when newer groups like RIIZE or NCT Wish debut, older fourth-generation groups start to see a decline in their beloved status. However, TXT has defied this trend. Yeonjun's solo debut was a massive catalyst for this. It gave C-MOA a specific project to pour their energy into, and the results speak for themselves. The Chinese market values versatility, and by showing that they can stand alone as soloists while maintaining group synergy, the TXT members have secured their longevity for years to come. We also need to talk about the rising tide of RIIZE. Seeing Wonbin, Shotaro, and Sohee all within the top 10 is a clear indicator that the SM Entertainment visual formula still works wonders in China. Wonbin in particular has become a hot topic on platforms like Xiaohongshu. His long hair and 90s aesthetic have triggered a wave of nostalgia among Chinese fans, who often compare him to classic stars of the past. If this growth continues at the current rate, we might be looking at a completely different top 3 by the time the 2026 rankings roll around. The momentum is clearly shifting toward these fifth-generation leaders who bring a more relaxed, easy listening vibe compared to the heavy performance-focused style of their predecessors. Another major takeaway from yesterday evening's data is the surprising resilience of ENHYPEN. While they might not have a member in the top 5, their strength lies in their collective presence. Almost every single member of the group is represented on this list. This suggests that NGene in China is a very balanced fandom. They're not just supporting one person, they are supporting the entire vision of the group. This kind of stability is actually much healthier for a group's long-term touring prospects in China. It means they can sell out stadiums because the interest is spread across the whole team, rather than being concentrated on a single individual who might eventually move on to solo activities. Finally, we have to mention the dark horses from CORTIS. Seeing names like Martin and Yufan on a list dominated by the biggest names in the industry is a huge wake-up call for the Big Four agencies. It shows that the Chinese audience is becoming more adventurous. They are looking past the shiny logos of JYP or SM and are starting to appreciate talent and music from smaller, more independent labels. This diversification is great for the industry as a whole because it forces everyone to level up their game. No one is safe on this list, and everyone has to fight to keep their most beloved badge. As we look at the final numbers one last time, the message is clear. Hyunjin is the king of the moment, but the crown is heavy and the challengers are many. The 2025 landscape is one of high stakes, intense loyalty, and sudden shifts in public favor. Whether it's through fashion, solo music, or viral stage moments, these artists are doing everything they can to stay relevant in the eyes of the most demanding music market in the world. It's a thrilling time to be a K-pop fan, and we can't wait to see how these rankings evolve as the year progresses.